Sphere One in one word to me is influential.
Best described as relationships.
Accountability.
And collaboration.
Relationships.
Friendship and family.
Partnerships.
Transformational.
Family.
My name is Jeff Braun. I've got the privilege of being the VP of Sales for the DeWalt Industrial Tool Group, and I'm proud to say that we've been a part of Sphere One from the beginning, which is pretty awesome.
I'm Robin Roberts. I'm with Protective Industrial Products. PIP has been involved with Sphere One since 2011.
Eric Stone, I'm the Vice President of Sales for SureTape Technologies. We've been in Sphere One since March 1st of 2017, so relatively new to the group. Very excited and honored to be part of this great cooperative.
I'm Dan Fox, National Sales Manager for Roll Air Compressors, and we joined Sphere One in 2007.
Ryan Kalin with Simpson Strong Tie Company, and we've been a member of Sphere One since 2009.
Rich Chapman, Makita USA. I'm Executive Vice President for the company, and we've been part of Sphere One since 2001.
Jamie Christian, I work for Milwaukee Tool. I think we were one of the very first people to jump on board with Carol and the group, so it's pretty much in that first year or so.
My name is Joe Leffler. I'm the Senior Vice President of Sales and Marketing for Hitachi Power Tools. We've been in Sphere One since 2006. What a great organization. Really thrilled to be a part of it.
The 20 years, if you go back to the Embassy Suites meeting back in Atlanta, you set the tone there for just a bunch of people that just wanted to get together and do good for the industry.
Sphere One really means a transformation. Like when I look at the relationships and the history and all of the people that have shaped and formed, Hitachi's business in the United States, it really goes back to the roots of Sphere One. The group as a whole it's a relationship that has cultured our business and really developed us over the years.
When 35% of your sales each year are tagged to new products, getting that message from the manufacturer to the end user can't be done without distribution. And Sphere One has been a champion about taking that message about what new products can do to the user level through all of our brands that we offer and getting that message to an end user. And that's why we've seen the growth with Sphere One that we have over the 20 years.
Sphere One means to us, and the benefit that we have seen through the years is developing relationships that allow a small niche player to be playgrounds with the power tool, hand tool, safety people, the big players that are really the number one product categories in the channel. So we've developed relationships that we couldn't do by ourselves because nobody has time today to talk about those things and develop those relationships, and they don't want to see little guys. So although we're a big corporation, we're a small niche player in our product category. And that's really what's made us successful, I think, in the relationships successful, because all the members always had time for us. When I walk into a distributor's showroom, the owners all have time for us. And I think it really is the reason, because we've been in Sphere One for 20 years and we have that relationship.
Sphere One is a catalyst for change. It's more about, strategic partnership. And I say strategic because it's all about building the process and programs behind it that really help propel us to the next level.
When our CEO stood in front of Wall Street in 2016 and said we were going to double the size of Stanley Black & Decker by 2022, as you can imagine, that filters down to all the divisions. So when we look back inside of our space and said, well, what do we have to do in order to double the business? Sphere One rise to the top and say, we got to win with our partners.
The members are more than just members to us. They're friends. We have relationships with everybody. Everybody's. It's like a family. We work together, we talk, come up with, nothing's is ever perfect, but we come up with solutions together, and that's been amazing to us. And the relationships that we had before joining Sphere One just got stronger.
Well, I think clearly what Sphere One's been to us is given us opportunity, Mike. We probably wouldn't have had half the opportunities with these members if we hadn't been a part of Sphere One. So it's been huge for Makita. Members have pulled us in directions that I'm not sure Makita would have gone in the past. So they've been a big part of our re-emergence into the market since 2004. I've never been in an organization that I felt such a strong sense of belonging. And that's really what resonates, I think, with me.
Sphere One to us is these connections. When it started as a group, it was really that, how do we get more involved with more customers? And we were in the middle of all this expansion and everything else. But over the years, I've seen it go from just being this connection to customers to where it's true partnership and it becomes really family. It's not just a supplier and a member relationship, it's a true partnership at a whole different level. It's not a buying group, it's not a marketing group, it is family. When we're together, and we see it at the meeting, we see it here at staff, and we'll see it later, and it's about how we all spend the time together.
Sphere One's a big part of our business. You know, from a sales manager, it was always frustrating to me that we weren't in Sphere One. There were several customers, or members of Sphere One, that really wouldn't give us the time of day, Ron Foltz. And you know, and that was always his reason, well, you're not a member of Sphere One. And so, as a salesperson, that was something that was hard for me to overcome. That was out of my control. And so when we got in as a company, that was the first phone call I made. But to me, it's a lot of collaboration. With the membership in Sphere One, we belong to several buying groups, as I think most suppliers will. And Sphere One is probably the most open and much more collaborative than several of the other groups that we see. There's more back and forth than what you get out of a lot of organizations.
It has given Protective Industrial Products a great deal of insight into the type of distributor that's a member of this organization. It certainly has given us access to a group that is typically very, very loyal to the supplier members of this organization. And so I think that the exposure that we've had has been consistent, it has been methodical, it has been a solid experience.
The future is very bright for Sphere One. Sphere One will continue to be a disruptor in this industry. And it's going to be fun to see and witness and be a part of, you know, the change that's going to happen. And Sphere One will be at the forefront of that.
I think that the future for Sphere One and the DeWalt Industrial Tool Group is as bright as it's ever been, and the leadership on both sides of our organization are phenomenal.
I think the group's got tons of opportunity for continued growth. I think there's a vision there that's like, okay, we're here, right? We used to be here, we're here now, and now we want to be the best. We want to be the top. And that's a huge accomplishment all in itself.
Bright. That's how I would describe it. When you look at the market today and you see other comparable groups, there's no comparison with Sphere One. The momentum is clearly with this group.
Everybody works together, like we talked about partnerships, and I think that is going to play a big role because this industry is changing constantly. But the members and the suppliers work together so well and have good relationships. And Sphere One's focus on listening to us and the members and then reacting to it, that's going to make any changes that come down the road a smooth transition for all of us.
I think it's bright. I think Sphere One's very dynamic, and they're not shying away from the elephant in the room when it comes to e-commerce and other activities, and they're bringing the young executive team, and they're really approaching and embracing, you know, where the organization needs to change, and that's healthy, and I think it's exciting, it's bright. I think Sphere One's got a really bright future.
Congratulations, first of all, particularly to the founding members, whether they were distributors, suppliers, whomever. To make it 20 years is a big deal. A lot of trade organizations can't say that.
On behalf of Makita USA, I'd like to congratulate Sphere One for 20 wonderful years, and we wish everyone great success for many years to come.
I want to thank the members of the group for allowing us to be a part of the group. It is clearly a privilege to be involved in a group of this nature, and we don't take that lightly.
Thanks to everybody. You know, we've all been on this journey together. I appreciate the partnership, I appreciate the family, and I'm looking forward for the next 20 years.
We wouldn't be where we are without the members of Sphere One. Thank you for all you've done in the first 20 years, but we're a whole lot excited about, and maybe thank you in advance for what the next 20 years has in store for us.